Greetings, family. How are you? We're hoping that you are well. We are back here and very, very excited to give you this beautiful news from Ghana. So, Ghana has dethroned South Africa, reclaiming the top spot as the Africa's leading gold producer. Well, we have we have many countries with gold, including Kenya. By the way, Kenya has found a lot of gold. Ethiopia, I think even Uganda has. When you go to Tanzania, South Africa, many countries, we normally celebrate the AES. Burkina Faso as one of the leading countries of gold when it comes to gold production in Africa. But this time, Gold Coast has decided we are back and we will be Gold Coast again.
Yeah.
And Ghana has reclaimed its position as Africa's leading gold producer in 2025, surpassing South Africa with an estimated output of 130 to 140 tons, driven by export growth and mining reforms. Guys, when Mahama came into power this January 2025, we saw him introducing a lot of reforms. And when these reforms are what is leading to this, because when we talk about Galamsey, that is artisanal mining, we would see these artisanal miners, small scale miners, mining gold, but it was not being received by the government. So this is one of the things that has led to the boom in the production of gold. Then gold prices have also skyrocketed. So Ghana must be cashing well. But is this true? And the output for 2025 is projected at between 144 to 159 metric tons, which is about 4.6 to 5.1 million ounces, up from 136 tons in 2024. And the South Africa is estimated at 100 tons. Say between 44 and 59 metric tons
Different.
over. Yeah. And the question is, what has led to this boom? That's what we would like to. One of the things we want to talk is that. Then, are they benefiting? Because yes, because once you have a boom, we're expecting they'll be able to pay. We are expecting that they'll be able to pay the loan. So here's some of the things that has led to the impact of the Gold Board initiative. I talked about the Gold Board, which was introduced by Mahama, and the policy reforms and crackdown on illegal mining. We have seen like China mining illegally in West Africa,
even in
Liberia,
Kenya, even in Congo.
So Mahama prioritized combating Galamsey, banning foreign gold traders, and establishing the Ghana Gold Board or Gold Board as a state regulator. New police patrols and equipment seizures have disrupted smuggling networks, while official gold exports nearly doubled to $5.1 billion in the first 6 months of 2025. Like, that is the gold exports, $5.1 billion. Wow, Ghana must be cashing in. Then this Gold Board introduction and regulation, and they passed the Gold Board Act in 2025, created a robust framework for transparency and sustainable mining. Gold Board ramped up purchases from artisanal miners, increasing weekly acquisitions from 1.5 tons in January to over 3 tons, aiming for $12 billion annually from small-scale production by 2026. This has capped black market trading and boosted legal output. Then total gold production has risen to 151 tons in 2024, with 66 tons from small-scale miners, and is projected to reach 130 to 140 tons in 2025. Central bank gold reserves hit a record at 9.7 tons in August 2025, strengthening the cedi by 30% and easing the cost of living crisis. The Gold Board Act emphasizes environmental protection, mitigating mercury pollution from Galamsey, aligning with Mahama's vision to balance economic growth with economic war. That is nice because we always, mercury is very dangerous.
And they use a lot of mercury with the Galamseys.
Yeah.
Even touching it, they have bare hands and just throwing
like
it.
in Kenya.
Yeah,
right?
and just throwing it into the rivers. It's usually not safe.
Exactly. And that's what they are doing, I think, in Liberia.
Mm.
And a lot of people are getting sick out of this. But what is the country getting out of that? So we have average production cost around $1,500 to $1,950 per ounce, depending on the ounce. Then projected production, we said 140 to 159 tons. Then the state gets approximately 9 to 10% of revenues via taxes and royalties, 5% royalties plus agreements like 20% of the gold to gold board. Then gold exports was like $11.6 billion in 2024, which is 57% of total exports. So what I'm seeing is 40 to 50% of revenues is what the government takes, right? Which is not so bad. What do you think?
As long as Ghana is getting a fair share
Yeah, I think
of what they deserve, because at some point they were getting 10%.
10%.
Yeah,
And
so-
I think many countries, even Senegal, is getting like those 10% of revenues. We are not talking about percentage to the gold board, percentage. I don't think royalty. You just get 10% of whatever. I think Kenya, the deal Kenya has done with British will be like that. They are getting like that 10%,
Small
even
percentage.
so small than 10%.
And at some point last year, I think the former president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, announced that Ghana is bankrupt. And right now we're seeing Mahama coming in within a few months saying we are now taking our leading spot in the gold production. This shows you that good leadership is the solution for Africa. You know, we've been told that these people deserve 2 terms, like 5 years, another 5 years, for them to accomplish all their goals, all their plans for the country. Look at Museveni. How many decades has he been in power? This guy is still begging for another term to serve Ugandans, to finish his project. What have you been doing all these years? Mahama just went in, and Mahama, we've seen him getting a lot of lessons from the AES, and probably he got this kind of lesson to revamp even his gold mining, his gold production through the AES and from the AES. Just being in contact with Traore and seeing how they are doing things.
Yeah.
We don't know why it's difficult for Ghana. Well, I think we know why it's difficult for Ghana to join the AES, but I think the guy has just resorted to saying, I might not be able to be fully a member of the AES, but I'm going to move in the footsteps of these guys.
I think he's once something starts and you are just looking at it, waiting to see how it will be in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Then we'll hear like Ghana has joined.
Hopefully.
But what I'm amazed about is artisanal mining. Like he's buying, like just like Burkina Faso, he's buying from artisanal mining, and we are
Empowering
seeing
those guys.
it's come from 1.5 to 3%
Yeah.
buying from artisanal miners. That's huge. But what I'm hoping is they will, and they introduce like local processing, because that was in the Gold Build Act. Like they need to introduce local processing.
Yeah.
And then we need to see the people benefiting. Like in Burkina Faso, we are seeing people benefiting from this. But for the rest of the world, when it comes to Kenya, when it comes to many countries of Africa, this small amount of money that they get ends up in some people's pockets.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
we
very
saw,
sad.
we saw Mahama saying, we need to copy from the AES when it comes to the tons that these trucks are carrying in our roads, because we are trying to also build our roads and rebuild our infrastructure, and we need to put structures and policies that will make sure that, and laws that will make sure that we don't exceed the limit of the weight in which these trucks carry. So this is a guy trying to build Ghana from scratch, if we may call it, because after Nana Akufo-Addo, really, I don't even think most of
this guy was president.
he was so maybe he probably learned from his mistakes, and he's coming back to say, I need to correct my mistakes and do it right this time around. We are glad to see him, taking shape, taking Ghana.
Good for you, President Mahama.
Yeah.
We're hoping that this will be beneficial, and a lot of other things we know that you are doing. So kudos to Ghana and South Africa. Not that we are disowning you, as keep
pushing.
Yeah, it's not competition, but
it is competition.
we have to celebrate.
It is competition.
Exactly.
We should be working towards being the best of the best.
So brothers and sisters, support us by liking this video and sharing. We also have Buy Me a Coffee. We have our merchandise on Fourth Wall. Link is on your screen, and get it's gifting time.
Yeah,
you need to buy those things. Then we also have our
Elegant
merchandise,
Masai.
African elegant Masai
Yeah.
handmade products. Yes, we see you in the next one. Bye.